Welcome to the opening of the Teen Room at the Howland Green Branch Library. I'm Steve Fulcino. I'm the director of the New Bedford Free Public Library. Unfortunately, the vice chair of our trustees, Carl Cruz, couldn't make it today. Normally he does the emceeing for most of these things, so please give me a little leeway. I'm not the normal MC for library programs, but I'll do the best I can. We're really, really happy to do this. When I started at the library about 6 years ago now, it was obvious that the one hole that we had in programming was for teens and tweens, what in library jargon are called young adults. We had very good programming for children, and we did a very good job of meeting the needs of adults. But between the 5th grade and when you went away to college, we really didn't do a whole lot. So now we've opened a teen room at Lawler with the support of the mayors and the trustees and the city council. And now we're opening one at Howland Green. We have a few people that we'd like to thank, and we'll do that right at the beginning. We received a nice mini grant, a community building mini grant project of the United Way, which helped us buy some materials for the young adults and I believe the couch that you'll see in the room. Claudia Kirk is here. She's in the back. She's the representative from the United Way. She didn't want to speak today. We have enough speakers, so we probably don't need. We have the South End Business Association gave us a nice grant too that helped us buy materials and electronics for the teen room. That's Joe Lopes Sr. John Lopes Sr., sorry. And of course, the Friends of the Library ran a couple of years ago a mini golf tournament at the main library in which they raised $3,000 to help fund the teen room. We'll be hearing later from Joan Halter, the chair of the Friends of the Library. And we'd also like to thank the city. A couple of years ago, the library was particularly healthy and we had money left over in our health insurance account, and they allowed us to buy $50,000 worth of materials and furniture and equipment, some of which, not all of which, let me assure you, not all of which, but some of which went to buy furniture and equipment for the teen room. Now, our first speaker today, after me, who you're probably tired of hearing of by now, is our state representative, Antonio F.T. Cabral.
So formal, all my initials. Oh my goodness. Well, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here and have this opportunity to be part of this opening of this teen room again. I was at the first one over at the West End at Lawler's Branch Library over at Bunwood Park. This is a great opportunity really to open up the library to teens in a very different way. A special room for them, dedicated for them. Try to create the new way of attracting libraries and changing the way libraries interact with the public, in particular with teens. It's always a wonderful thing, and I think this is a great initiative. I mean, I always say the same story, obviously. When I was a little kid or growing up to be towards my teens, a library to me meant a bookmobile. I used to come once a month to the town, that little town that I was growing up in the island of Pico in the Azores. And once a month, that bookmobile used to pull up to the main square, and that was quite exciting time. Every month we used to go there, go into that. It's not as big as the one we have in New Bedford, actually. The bookmobile that we have in New Bedford is quite a big truck compared to the other one. It was more like a small, sort of a van kind of thing. but was full of books, and was an opportunity for all of us young kids to go in, try to look for the books that we would like to read, and turn in the ones that we took the month before. So it was a great opportunity. It was not a fixed place like here in the South End or the West End or other parts of the city, that actually a physical location in which you can come and participate and be involved. And so to me, it was exciting because it was an opportunity for me to travel, right? That's what reading is about, to travel in time to places that I had never been to. And I, through the books, through that little once a month, the book that I used to take out from that bookmobile used to allow me to dream, to think of places, look at places that I never thought of. Some of them right here, where I'm at, right? About New Bedford as well. I mean, Moby Dick used to be famous where I was a little kid. The whaling industry was still up and running when I was a little kid back in the Azores, and it was wonderful. So New Bedford is a very familiar place to us, and the books made that more possible, besides the stories of those folks who used to go back and visit in time and tell us stories about it. So I'm delighted to be here. I think this is a wonderful initiative on the part of the public libraries in New Bedford. I hope we can duplicate these teen rooms throughout the city, and really make the room a sort of an interactive place, not just a fixed place in time, but an interactive place, a place where teens can actually feel that they can interact with their library and the books, and in particular using some of the new technologies to read. Today, you can read without having a book, right? You can have that little iPad or whatever other names they call them, and you can read. It's great. It's a great thing. So I'm delighted. Thank you very much for inviting me, to give me this opportunity again to be here and participate with you. And I hope all of you, especially the teens, I know the adults like to dream as well, right? In particular, the teens, I hope you enjoy not only today, but you come back every day, or at least a few days out of the week. That's your room, that's your place, that you can sort of, create your own voyages in various parts of the world, studying from New Bedford on to wherever you want to go. And I hope you enjoy the room and participate more often. And at the same time, it's an opportunity to maybe do some homework. How about that? Some homework, right? That's a good idea, right? Some homework, so your grades can be the best and shining all the way through. So thank you. Thank you to the Board of Trustees of the library to inviting me, and thank you for all of you to be here. Thanks.
Thank you, Representative. We really appreciate your support. Bruce Duart, the chair of the City Council, isn't here, but we do have our local Ward 6 City Councilor, Joseph P. Lopes, and he'll be our next speaker.
Thank you, Steve. On my way here, I thought, what was I going to say? And the easiest thing came to me. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the library. I remember being at Taylor School, taking a field trip to get my library card. And it was probably as big as that, with a nice metal bar in the front. And my father had the smaller one, and I wanted, even as a small child, I wanted the smaller one. And you had to get older to get that privilege of getting the smaller card. But this library is very special to me. I remember being a very small kid and doing research here when you had to go to a book and the Dewey Decimal System. And when you learned that in not preschool, but first grade and kindergarten, how to find a book. And I don't know if that's still around today, the Dewey Decimal System. But I remember learning and how important it was. And this library is very special. I have some of my best friends, we did our homework here. When you had to have primary resources, not just a web address. And then when they opened the one 3 years ago at the Lawler, I went right up to Steve and to Judith. All right, how do we do this at the Howland Green? Because we have the space, and the space that we went to is unbelievable. And I want to thank the Friends Group for all that they did. The United Way mini grant, as I volunteer for the United Way, so it's great that the money's coming back into the area. It is an honor to be here. And honestly, as I said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this library and the library system. There were no computers for your internet sources when I was even in college. So you went to a library, and every university and every high school had a library, and to be able to borrow books was a fascinating feature. And as the rep said, to get lost in a good book, I still remember getting lost in a good book, and I still enjoy doing it. Not on a Kindle, because I actually still like bending the pages over in the bookmarkers, but this is a very special place, so I'm glad that we're able to do it. And I hope all the teens enjoy it. This is an unbelievable place to get lost in a book. So thank you, and thank the friends of the group and the library for all that they're doing to expand this program. And it's a nice spot for the young adults to get lost as well. Thank you. I do have a quick citation. Thanking the Howland Green Library and the friends for the recognition of the teen room. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
So I'll leave this with you, Steve.
Thank you very much. Counselor, we really appreciate your support. Well, next was supposed to be my little speech, but I've sort of given it. But instead of giving my speech, let me recognize that we have two trustees in the audience. We have Helen Rogers over here, who actually used to be a school librarian. And we have Dr. Joseph Silva over here, who actually was superintendent of schools at one point. He's now retired, very happily, I gather. So we have received a lot of support from our trustees in doing this. Next speaker is Dale Easton. Dale is our teen coordinator. He also is in the reference department at the main library, but we send him around a lot to do a lot of things around here. And he has been very instrumental in making sure that the teen room at Lawler and the teen room that Lawler has continued to prosper, and the teen room here has been able to open. So, Dale.
I want to speak mainly with the teens today. If you haven't met me already, I'm Dale Easton, and I hope you'll be seeing more of me, I'm sure, this summer with the teen summer reading program, which I hope you'll all participate in and encourage your friends to do as well. I want to make 2 points. One is that a lot of people put a lot of effort out. The trustees, the director, city council, all these people who just spoke have all put an effort here to get this room up and going for you. So I hope you'll show your appreciation by treating it like it's your own special place, which it is, and treat it with respect, and to also encourage other friends of yours when they come in to treat it with the same respect, because a lot of effort, and we've been waiting a while to do this, and I'm so happy to be here today to meet you all and to talk about that. The other thing I want to point out is that we have all the technology, and I know that you all know about all the technology. We have the computers in there, and you can do so much with the computers, but books are still a great thing to take advantage of. I know sometimes a lot of young people say, I don't really like to read, but I'm willing to bet that if any of you take some time to talk with me or with Mrs. Vernon about the branch manager, about what books that she's been ordering. I know she's been ordering a lot of good books that I'm sure will be of great interest to you if you just take the time to speak with her. And also Sarah, who's here today, she's also will be doing programs with you. And what I want you to do is just think about things that you want, books that you want, magazines, materials, and just let us know. And we'll make every effort to get those things for you. And again, if you don't like to read, ask us to maybe show you some things that you might be surprised that you'll really find something that will catch your interest, okay? And we're always here for you. Sarah will be doing programs, and anything you like any new craft programs that you'd like to see, let her know. And if we can put something together and you can do it. And invite your friends, tell them about this place. Because I know some of you have been coming already, and now it's finished. And please encourage your friends to come also, okay? So thank you, and I hope to be seeing you soon.
Thank you, Dale. Well, next up is Kathleen Paroline Vernon, the branch manager at Howland Green. Obviously, we couldn't do this without her full hearted support, and she's our little dynamo. Kathleen.
Well, let me introduce myself again, Kathleen Paroline Vernon, and I'm here because I'm the person that the trustees, the friends, Steve and the administration trusted with that vision they had. Now, that vision stayed constant, a fully functioning and fully full teen room that would offer a huge variety of materials to the kids. And finally, after 2 years, it's almost here. In fact, in 10 minutes, it will be here for all of you to enjoy, along with some tasty substance. When I first set up the teen group about a little over a year and a half ago, I had a lot of kids join. The teen group's been functioning for so long that a good 2/3 of that teen group has gone on to higher education, and I have a whole new influx of kids willing to be part and parcel of bringing that room to fruition. I'd like to recognize a couple of people who've been here through it all. Dan Pittman. Dan, raise your hand, hon. Next to Dan, and the person most teased by Dan, is Dynasty Leslie, one of our best readers. And the last person who's been the member the longest, Caitlin Hodges. Caitlin? You'll be meeting other members of the Teen Advisory Board. Most of them congregated over there and pretending that they're quiet, studious kids. Don't let them fool you. My speech is at an end, and there's someone to succeed me, though.
Thank you, Kathleen. Oh, we have a wise guy in the audience, huh? Always. Okay. As Kathleen mentioned, we really also couldn't do this without a Teen Advisory Board. And so, representing the Teen Advisory Board and giving a small speech for herself is Cindy Belize.
Hi, my name is Cindy Belize. I'm a board member, and also my name is Cindy Belize. I'm a board member and a teen advisory. First of all, I would like to thank all for coming today, and I will also thank Miss Caitlin for inviting me and always make me feel welcome to the library. And I can't even explain how much I appreciate to be part of this. It's been a pleasure and also an enjoyment to be part of the number. So I would like to thank you for all the great opportunity you gave us, like the computers, the books for us to use. So it's been a great pleasure for me to be here. Thank you.
And finally, as I mentioned at the beginning, we couldn't really have done this without the support of the Friends of the Library. And so here, representing the Friends, is their president, Joan Halter.
Hi, I'm Joan Halter, and I am the president of the Friends of the New Bedford Free Public Library. The Friends applied for a United Way mini grant on behalf of the Howland Green branch to help with the creation of this teen room. We were pleased to have our grant request accepted, and we thank the United Way certainly and the mini grant program. Thank you. You know, the New Bedford Library branches are changing the face and the image of the library one step at a time through reading, learning, and for all of you just having some fun. The Friends are proud of our association with the library, and we, through our fundraising efforts, help support projects like the teen rooms. You know, the fact that reading remains a very vibrant part of American cultural life is almost startling in the fact that you have so much competition now for your attention. You've got movies, you've got video games, you've got television, online shopping, browsing, social networking, so many options. But the Friends believe that one reason reading does remain important has to do with the creativity of our libraries and the branches in offering options such as the teen rooms, the celebration of Children's Book Week, book clubs, writers' groups, and the summer reading program. The Friends salute your efforts and are committed to continuing our efforts to support you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Joan. Oh, someone wants to speak? Dynasty, do you have a speech?
Come on down.
Then come on up.
Hi, my name's Dynasty Leslie, and since I first moved to New Bedford, I started wondering if there was like a library around here, and it was the first day I met Kathleen. She was always like welcoming and exciting, more than I am because I'm very nervous. But I'm happy that she started making a teenage room for the library, because most libraries doesn't even have that. And sometimes they would either kick out some teenagers from being too loud. But I'm actually happy that she made up a room for us to actually play games and read our own books and actually have a section for us and feel welcome. Thank you guys.